Dum 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 dum. Hey, alright, we talking about Marvel today, baby. Marvel. It's been what, 6 years? 6 years since Endgame. What's coming up next? Doomsday? Oh yeah, Robert Downey Jr. as Doomsday. Yeah, alright. We're really hyped about that. We are really hyped about that. Right? Right? We're hyped about that? I'm sure we're hyped about that. Let's see. All of the MCU projects that have come out since Endgame, and we're going to sort of soft rank them and see why the hype is stale for Doomsday. So, let's go ahead and get into it. If you like the video, like and subscribe, do whatever you want to. So, we're not really going to count Spider-Man Far From Home because that came out around the same time. It came out in 2019, so Endgame came out in 2019. So basically, we're gonna start with Wandavision and go from there. So Wandavision, I mean, it starts out relatively fine. You have the weird episodes where it's like I Love Lucy, but they're starting to glitch out, and there's like this weird undertone of horror, and then it just completely goes into, well, what if the show was Malcolm in Middle? Well, what if the show was The Office? And then it completely kind of disregards anything. The director didn't even know who Mephisto was. She's basically mind-raping an entire town for fake kids, and it doesn't really get resolved until the Doctor Strange movie. And even then, it doesn't really go anywhere. We still don't know where White Vision is. I'm assuming he's going to show up in Vision Quest, but we will see when that comes out, I guess. 6 years? 6 years later, we get to find out where he went, finally. So, yeah, WandaVision, Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So, the best part about Falcon and the Winter Soldier was John Walker. He was the best character. They killed his buddy off for really no reason. Then you have the infamous "Do Better, Senator" scene, and these kids, you can't call them terrorists. Like, you blew up a city, like, block, with people in there. They're terrorists. So yeah, it's Falcon and Winter Soldier. Best thing about it, John Walker. So what was next? Loki season 1. So Loki season 1 is actually alright, I would say. It at least sets up the multiverse stuff. Kang is ass. Kang was ass. You have the Void. The Void was a cool concept. You finally get to see some multiversal stuff. Variants are set up. You're starting to see the multiverse, but it doesn't really go anywhere until this new movie comes out. So even this was back in like what? This was back in 2021. So 2020 there was no movie. So 2021 we had WandaVision, Falcon Winter Soldier, and then Loki season 1. What was after Loki season 1? Blackwidow. Well, that movie doesn't matter. She's dead. So moving on. What if? Well, we got Yelena out of Black Widow, and I guess Red Guardian. Cool. What if came out next? What if season 1 is a little bit betterish, but the writing completely fails it? It has good ideas where it wants to show you the multiverse, but it just culminates in a group Avengers of the multiverse. I can see them trying to push it towards something, but I feel like it's not really going. Like, a lot of this stuff, that's the problem, is none of this is going anywhere. So yeah, we get a little bit of the multiverse again. We get a little bit in Loki, a little bit in What If. Shang-Chi is next after that. Shang-Chi is alright. It's mid. It's just him kung fu fighting. Worst part of that is they introduced the Mandarin. He's really cool, and then they kill the Mandarin off. So that's like the best part of Shang-Chi. Hawkeye is next. Hawkeye is relatively alright mid. It has the best young Avenger. Kate Bishop was obviously, like, she wasn't a cunt. She was the most, like, endearing young Avenger we've gotten so far. The next would be Eternals. Eternals is damn near skippable. Eternals is god-awful. The best thing about Eternals is the end. You have Black Knight and Blade's voice. That's your Blade movie right there. You have Black Knight with a sword that consumes blood and is cursed, and a vampire who drinks blood and hunts other vampires, or a half vampire who hunts other vampires. That's your Blade movie. You have a buddy cop Blade movie right there where Blade is teaching Black Knight how to use the sword, and then it leads into Midnight Suns, but whatever. No, let's make it about Arishem. No one even talks about Arishem picking people up and abducting them. It's just another day in the Marvel Universe. That's another thing. The writers don't really write for, like, the world building. You don't really get... J. Jonah Jameson has a million things to be reporting on, and he's not really reporting on anything. After Eternals, we finally get something decent. We get Spider-Man No Way Home. So we get a little bit of the multiverse. We get some cameo key jingling stuff, but it's actually decent. This one's up there. So that was the last movie of 2021. So 2022, we start off with Moon Knight. A lot of people didn't like Moon Knight because of how they kind of like changed up Moon Knight's personalities a little bit. Personally, I don't mind it, and I thought the show was mid to okay. The ending is kind of ass, and that's another thing. Like, they moved the entire sky in this show. That's another thing. Like, no one's talking about that. Okay. Anyways, where does it go? It stops at the end. Like, he literally abducts somebody, and then it goes into nowhere. When do we see him again? Nothing. When do we see any of the stuff from 2021 again? We're about to finally get a connection. So in Doctor Strange, the next thing is Doctor Strange. In Doctor Strange, we get a connection back to Wandavision finally, where she's going ape shit over fake children, to the point where she invades another universe, takes over herself from that universe, kills that universe's mightiest champions, the Illuminati, while Doctor Strange handcuffs the Sorcerer Supreme of that universe to a wall, and we never see him again. Each of these members has ties to teams of other superheroes, and none of them show up and got pissed. We get nothing. We don't know. Nothing. Who knows what happened to them? Captain Marvel dead in that universe? She got hit by a fucking statue. She shouldn't be, but who knows? Alright, moving on. After Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, we get Msmarvel. I don't think anybody fucking watched Msmarvel. Now, Msmarvel as a character hasn't done shit. She just gets shoved into stuff and gets random upgrades. So now she's a mutant somehow. The best thing about Msmarvel is the actor playing her. The actor playing her is not an asshole or a cunt. That's the best thing Msmarvel has going for her. What was after Msmarvel? Thor: Love and Thunder. Well, that was just god-awful. That was just terrible. Bro, you have Gore the God Butcher, one of the best Thor storyline in recent Thor history, and you completely just wasted it. We see him kill one guy. He's the God Butcher. No, okay. He's just gonna capture some kids. Alright. What was after Thor? Oh, She-Hulk, where they were just shitting on the fans, and She-Hulk starts twerking and fucks Daredevil. What the hell? We didn't know how to write a courtroom drama. So we were just writing dog shit. Oh yeah, it's obvious. It's super obvious. What was after She-Hulk? Black Panther? So Black Panther 2, all I gotta say is about that is basically, what other character have they made the next movie about their death? Because seems like Thunderbolt Ross was instantly replaced when he died. So why did Chadwick get like Chadwick got a whole entire funeral as a moose, they just made money off of his death. That's the fuck thing about Black Panther 2. What was after Black Panther 2? Werewolf by Night. Honestly, this is my favorite thing that's came out. It's not really fucking politicalized. It's not sloppy. It feels marvelly. The worst part about it, you introduce Man-Thing. You're in a multiversal saga. And what does Man-Thing do? Well, he protects a portal to the multiverse. And we'll just never bring that back up and connect it to anything. Okay, Kevin Feige. What's next? Guardians Holiday Special. Oh, the only important thing we learn is that Mantis and Peter are related. I wonder if they'll ever bring that back up ever again. Probably not. So that was all 2022. So we're in 2023 now. In 2023, we start off with Ant-Man Quantumania. This is the first Marvel movie I turned the hell off. I can pinpoint you exactly when. So they introduced Cassie. Cassie's supposed to know all of this stuff that she learned in the background by studying Hank's technology and whatnot. She builds a machine that scans the quantum realm based off of Hank's blueprints of the quantum realm or whatever. Studies all this quantum realm tech, is a super genius scientist that builds this thing that scans the quantum realm. This other bitch didn't tell her Kang was down there. Freaks the fuck out when she turns it on. It sucks them into the quantum realm through the device she made to scan the quantum realm, and when they land inside the quantum realm, the bitch looks around and goes, "Where are we?" Yeah, I turned it off. That was the first Marvel movie. I'm glad I turned it off because it does not get better than that. What's after that, dog? Guardians 3? So Guardians 3 is basic. It just cleans up Guardians 1 and 2. It's not connected to any of this other horse shit going on. Fucking Hulk showing up with his kid and She-Hulk. Nope, not tied to anything. So after Guardians 3, we get one of the worst things ever made, Secret Invasion. Secret Invasion destroyed Nick Fury as a character. So Nick Fury is basically a bitch now. He's just a bitch. That's all I got to say about Secret Invasion. Loki Season 2. Honestly, best part about Loki Season 2 is the end of Loki Season 2. Loki Season 2 could have been 3 episodes of Loki Season 1. The Marvels? Who the fuck watched that? I'm sorry, but pivoting fucking Captain Marvel to be a huge cunt, adding Miss Marvel to just shove her in some more shit, and then fuck the other bitch is just there. For Black Girl Magic? Yeah, okay. Then we get What If Season 2. Basically going downhill. What If Season 2 goes straight downhill. Wraps up 2023 pretty nicely. 2024, we get finally a decent movie, at least. It's still keys jingling in your face and cameos, but we get Deadpool and Wolverine. I like it because they're using the multiverse, they're using the void, they're tying it to Loki, it's tied back to other shit, it's tied back to these other movies, it's making sense, you get the cameos and whatnot, it's a fun time. What if Season 3 is after Deadpool and Wolverine? But what if Season 3, they have the rights to Wolverine and Deadpool, or they should, but what if Season 3 is basically a hodgepodge of just horse shit? It goes all the way downhill. Echo? Yeah, that's what that show is, an Echo. Nothing, it doesn't matter. Agatha? Is this the gayest Marvel show ever made? Yeah, it was. You know what pisses me off about Agatha? You introduce death, the concept of death. Guess what Thanos was in the comic? Guess why Thanos snapped in the comic? You know why he snapped in it? Because he was in love with Lady Death, and he wanted to give Death half of the souls in the universe. Oh, that's too stupid to do. We're gonna have to make him want resources and all this other horse shit just to introduce Lady Death anyways in a fucking dog shit show. Cool. And then we wrap up 2024 with probably the best thing they made, which has still got some gay undertone shit in it. X-Men 97. Decent. Moving on to 2025. This is damn near a year ago. This is last year. We get a Spider-Man cartoon. Did anybody watch it? I don't fucking think so. Most part, it looked super DEI. After going through it, it seems relatively fine, like an alternate universe story of Peter or whatever. But still, it's not super interesting to an extent to where am I gonna super care after watching all of this other dog shit? Probably not. And then we get our first movie, Captain America: Brave New World, where this motherfucker is fighting Hulk villains with no Hulk in sight. Where the fuck is Bruce Banner at? Who knows? Who the fuck knows? Regardless, there's a couple nitpicks. This movie overall isn't bad, but it's mid. So you get all this horse shit, and then you get a mid movie, and we're supposed to be like, thanks, Marvel. No. Y'all gotta work on this. You just gotta keep working on it. This shit's bad, dude. This man, there's one blatant fucking thing wrong with Captain America: Brave New World. There's a fight where he's fighting the Red Hulk. Irregardless, he's got a vibranium suit. You know, he's landing at sonic speeds with his legs not breaking. He's crashing into a jet, surviving it. The main thing, he's fighting Hulk, right? Hulk swings a flagpole. This man doesn't use his wings to block it. This man doesn't use the shield he just got to block it. This man bare hand grapples the stupid ass flagpole with his bare hands and holds it like he wouldn't be turned into mist. That was the stupidest thing in that entire movie. The fact that was left in shows half of these motherfuckers do not give a fuck. Anyways, what was after fucking shitty ass Captain America movie? Daredevil? So Daredevil is basically season 4 of another show, and is it connected to anything? Did Echo matter even to the Daredevil show? Because Kingpin gets shot in the eye, and then he shows back up and his eye's good. And Daredevil, nothing wrong with him. He's the mayor now. Alright, cool. Was after Daredevil Thunderbolt? And again, overall mid-movie. Sentry's cool, but you gotta understand, after all this stuff that didn't go anywhere, it's not connected to anything. Does it matter? Not really. Cool. We got Thunderbolts. Thunderbolts exist. Alright, next. Ironheart, one of the worst characters ever made, probably. Terrible in the comics, terrible in the show, whatever. Like, no, Ironheart, they spent however much money burning through that for a fucking spoon stirring scene. And why the fuck is Mephisto talking to Ironheart anyway? Dumb shit. More dumb shit. Like, after 2 mid movies, you bring this out and just go straight back down the fucking drain? Terrible. Fantastic Four, bro, I'm so sick of Pedro. Why the fuck is he Reed Richards? Let alone the Thing doesn't even sound like he's from Yancey Street. Other than that, pushing Galactus through a portal and when the motherfucker can instantly transmission back, okay, whatever. Fantastic Four, I think, is worse than Thunderbolts and Captain America: Brave New World. But that's pretty much the last movie we're at is Fantastic Four, right? Because after that we get Eyes of Wakanda, which I don't think anybody fucking watched because that studio shut down. And then Marvel Zombies. Basically just a fucking longer fucking What If episode. So in reality, after all of this, I'm supposed to be hyper Doomsday? Like, realistically, if you told me about them making a Secret Wars show a while back, I would have been in my pants. But now, like, do I care after all this stuff that's not connected to anything, didn't go anywhere, was making fun of the people that watch it? Like, do I really give a fuck? Is it superhero fatigue, or is it just massive dog shit fatigue? Speaking of, let's go ahead and rank this. Games up here. We got S, A, B, C, D, and trash. Trash is just bad. So, up here, you want to hit in-game levels. In-game is S. So if we're gonna go from trash up. So at the very bottom, down here, we've got, looks like Antman Quantumania landed down here in the trash. Agatha landed down here in the trash. SecretInvasion is down here in the trash. Echo, down here in the trash. Eternals, down here in the trash. Ironheart, down here in the trash. Msmarvel, in the trash. SheHulk, in the trash. TheMarvels, in the trash. Eyes of Wakanda, also in the trash. And What If Season 3? Yeah, let's go ahead and put that in the trash too. One rank above that, D+ tier. Disney Plus tier. You have WandaVision. It's damn near garbage. Blackwidow, damn near garbage. Same thing with Fantastic Four. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness is down here. Falcon and the Winter Soldier is in D. The Holiday Special, the Spider-Man show, Marvel Zombies, What If Season 2, Black Panther 2, and Thor: Love and Thunder down here in D. D is damn near just bad. bad. So C would be your mids. This is where your mid. This is where your mid is. This is like the bottom tier mid. So you have Daredevil, all right. Guardians, it's all right. Loki season 2, it could have honestly probably went down. Moonknight could honestly either go down or stay here. Shangchi is fine here. Hawkeye is fine here. B tier, it's better. B is for better. It's better. We're better. We're getting better now, right? So you have Loki season 1. It's okay. It's not super duper bad. I would say it's better than a lot of this shit down here. Thunderbolts, same thing, better than a lot of this other shit. What if season 1? I will put it up here on the same level as Captain America and Thunderbolts and Loki season 1. These are okay to like mid. This is the okay to mid range. Then you have A. A is all of the decent shit we got pretty much. So we got Deadpool, Wolverine, Spiderman, No Way Home, Werewolf, X-Men 97, and that's about it. So the full list is looking something like this. This is where we've landed since Endgame. So if you're wondering why the hype for Doomsday is a little stale, this is what we've had since then. And my God, none of this shit down here is connected to anything. None of this shit down here is connected to really anything. And none of it, there's no arc. We had Kang, right? Kang's not doing nothing. Kang's gone. So it's Doom now. So realistically, they have to shove all of the setup of the Secret Wars. And in the comics, these had tie-ins that tied into a bunch of other. There's like at least 20-something tie-ins that explain what's going on. Then you have Battle World. So all of this has to be explained inside of Doomsday. So we have Spider-Man coming up. There's another Spider-Man film. Wonder Man, I'm gonna go ahead and put down here in the trash because why does that matter to anything? We're just gonna go ahead and quick rank Wonder Man, throw him down there. But we have that Spider-Man movie, and then we have Doomsday and potentially Secret Wars, and possibly they split those into like 3 or 4 movies. So as of right now, you really only have 3 movies to set all of this shit mattering up into the ultimate crossover, which will be Secret Wars, where you're gonna have to go balls to the wall. So we will see if they can actually get this done or not, but this little chart should show you why the hype is not that high for a movie that should be phenomenally hyped up. Phenomenally hyped. So if you see this, if you agree, if you disagree, go ahead and let me know in the comment, and I will catch you guys later. More vids on the way. Peace.